Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today on Everything AeroPilates. In this video, I have a very beginner workout for you guys, so let's get started. So we're going to begin today on 2 black cords. If you guys have springs, it would be your 2 yellow springs that I think are equivalent. Not having tested springs, I'm not quite sure, but according to what I've researched, it should be the 2 yellow springs that you use today with us. So 2 black cords or 2 yellow springs. We're going to make sure that our handles are on our shoulder pads, and let's lie down on our backs. So today I am actually wearing socks because it's a very cool day. If you are wanting to wear socks for this workout, just be a little more careful with slippage. Our first movement is going to be with our knees about hip width apart, but you're really just coming straight out from your hips, and then we're going to keep our heels high on this, and please lift as high as what's comfortable for you. And all we're going to do for this warm-up is push out for 10 and come back in. So we're going to go out for 1 and we're going to straighten our knees, not snapping them, and come back in. This is 2. 3. Try to come all the way back down as far as you can, as far as comfortable. 4. Again, straightening those knees. Just don't snap them. Nice and gentle. 5. 6. 7. Try to keep our heels high. 8. 9, but our foot is relaxed so we don't cramp, and 10. Very good. So the next move is we're on a perch. We're taking the arches of our feet and we're putting them on the toe bar. If you're ready, you can curl your toes down, but again, don't do it too tightly or you can get a cramp in that calf. Curl them down as much as comfortable, and you can actually just leave them relaxed completely. We're gonna go straight out for 10. 1. We're breathing through these. 2. Straightening our knees, not snapping them. 3. 4. 5. Try to come down as low as you can. 6. Nice and controlled. 7. 8. Make sure you're breathing. 9. Last one, 10. Okay, good. Now we're going to put our heels up on the bar, especially if you have socks. Be careful with this one. You're going to flex your toes back towards your head. If you start to feel any kind of tightness in here, just relax them a little. And let's do 10. Nice and slow, straightening the knees. All the way down. 2. Let's breathe out. 3. 4. 5, all the way back down if you can. 6, straight knees, don't snap them. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really good. Okay, so now we're gonna do V position, which is our heels together, toes apart. We're opening our legs from our hips. We're gonna have 2 to 3 toes hanging onto the bar. We're gonna make sure our knees are over our ankles. And one way to check that, you really lightly lift up your leg and make sure this leg is straight in line with each other. Drop it back down slowly so you get in the right position again. You can check both legs that way. You don't want to see your leg twisted at all. It needs to be in this straight line, and slowly set it back down. And we're going to do 10 in and out with this. We are going to straighten our knees, squeeze those thighs if you're ready. If not, just straighten up. 2. Try to come all the way back down. 3, all the way back down. 4, if you're feeling any discomfort with that inner thigh squeeze, just stand up. 5, 6, 7, make sure you're breathing. 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do a little bar work on our AeroPilates. We're going to put our feet together, our knees together. We're again going to have our heels high as comfortable. If you're starting to feel a cramp, you need to relax them down. If you're not ready to go high, if it feels too tight in your calves, just keep them a little lower. If you're ready, go ahead and squeeze your inner thighs together, squeeze your legs together. Your heels are as high as comfortable for you. And I'm gonna show you real quickly. I'm pulsing up and I'm barely moving up. It's about 2 inches of a movement, and you're really gonna feel your muscles. We're gonna pulse for 5 and then stand up. Let's go. 1, barely moving. 2, squeezing if you can. 3, you might feel your legs shaking. 4, 5, now we're gonna stand all the way up. Take a breath. Let's go back down. We're gonna do 3 sets of these. And barely moving 2 inches, squeezing if you can. Let's go back out. 1, for 5, 2, squeeze, 3, 4, 5. Let's go all the way out. Take a deep breath. Last one like this. Come on in. Squeeze in together. Heels high if you can. Up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up. We're going to do that in 2 more positions. The first position is going to be heels on the bar. Again, your toes are going to be flexed as much as comfortable. We're going to, again, do the small pulses, moving 2 inches, squeezing our thighs together if you're ready. Otherwise, just hold your knees together as much as possible. And let's go. 1, just 2 inches. 2, 3, squeezing if you can. 4, 5, stand up. Whew. Deep breath. Come on back down. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. You can do it. 4, 5. Stand up. And last set. 2 inches moving. 1, 2, 3. Breathe through it. 4, 5. Stand up. Okay. Our last foot shape is going to be the plie. That's going to be our wide V feet. We're going to let our legs drop from the hips. Right in here is the movement. Toes on the corners of the toe bar. Pulse out. Move 2 inches for 5. 1, 2, 3. Breathe through it. 4, 5. Stand up. Second set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way out. Take a good breath. Make sure we're breathing while we're pulsing too. And here's our last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand up. Whew. Go ahead and come on in. Now we are ready to do our arms and the straps. So go ahead and grab your strap off your shoulder pad. Our first motion in this position is going to be straight arms down. Instead of having our palms down this time, we're actually going to have them facing each other and coming down. It's just going to be a slight variation that's going to work different muscles. And your options are to go ahead and keep your feet on the toe bar, but still make sure you're pulling through your arms. So you could lift them up because your arms are doing the work, or you can be in the full chair position. Making sure we breathe through. Go ahead and lift up your feet if you're doing chair, or get ready with your arms, and let's go for 10. 1, slowly back up. 2, make sure you're breathing. 3, 4, if your toes are down, you're still using your arms. 5, 6, you can almost lift your toes. 7, 8, make sure you're breathing. 9, 10. Okay. Our next arm exercise, we are going to work our tricep. This tricep, we're going to face our palms next to each other and come out. Go ahead and pull so that your elbows can be down by your side. And again, your feet can be up or touching the bar. We're going to do 10 of these. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're breathing. 5, 6, you might be here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to go ahead and get our feet in the straps. We're going to go ahead and straighten our legs. I straighten my leg, lasso around. I get it on the arch of my foot, and I go ahead and stand up through that leg. Now do the same for the other leg. Lasso around. I kind of wiggle it on. So go ahead and get your legs in the straps. Sometimes it takes a couple times. Do not be discouraged, just keep at it. And while we're getting our legs in the straps, let's talk about our first motion. For leg lowers, you can go ahead and pull up as far as you can and start to get a stretch here, and it actually stretches your lower back as well. If that is too intense, stay wherever is comfortable for you. You're going to get stronger and more flexible, and you'll soon be able to start with your legs a little higher. But whatever's comfortable right now, start. We're going to pull our feet down for 10. We're not squeezing anything together. I just have mine kind of relaxed apart, and we're coming down for 10. 1. And when I come up, I'm letting it stretch me a little. 2. It's stretching. 3. Try to pull you a little up and make sure your lower back is staying down. 4. 5. Make sure you're breathing. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Let's go ahead and do leg circles now. We are going to start by just opening our legs, pulling down, bringing them together, and coming back up. So let's do 5 in that way. Open your legs, pull them down, come together, back up. Try to make that more smooth. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do this as wide or as narrow as comfortable. Now we're going to go down, out, up, and together. And let's make that smooth for 5. 1, down, out, up. 2, down, out, up. 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to do another set of leg lowers, but our legs are going to be slightly open. This slight variation, again, is going to just work different muscles. We're also going to do a slightly different stretch here. Again, lower back stays down. Make sure you're breathing. Take some deep breaths out if you need to. And let's do 10 with our legs slightly wider than our hips. 1. Pull up. 2. Feel that different stretch. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring it back in. So we are ready for frog. For frog, we're going to start with our legs out about a 45-degree angle. We are going to turn from our hips and put our heels together, toes apart. We're going to bring our knees into our chest as much as possible. We're going to do 10 of these. Pushing out and bringing in. Let's go. 1. Trying to keep your heels together if you can. 2. If they come apart, it's okay. 3. Make sure you're breathing. 4. 5. 6. 7. You're really going to be feeling those legs. 8, especially those inner thighs. 9. Take some breaths. 10. If you ever need to stop, just go ahead and stop and take a break. We're going to go ahead and turn our legs straight from our hips. And now we're going to do choo-choo. Choo-choo has your knees together and your feet together if possible. And we're just going to do the same thing, bend our knees in and back out for 10. Here's 1. 2. Make sure you're breathing. 3. 4. 5. 6. Try to straighten your legs again without snapping them. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, you're probably feeling your legs pretty well by now. Let's go ahead and take a stretch. We're just letting our straps pull our legs up, and we can hold there. If you want, you can go ahead and grab the straps and slowly, very slowly pull towards you. Make sure your lower back is staying down on the platform. You can open up as wide as you need, but if you need to, you can open up almost to the splits. Just hold on to your straps so that you can slowly bring your legs back in. Okay, let's slowly grab our straps and slowly move our legs back in. We're going to take one foot out of the strap, touch it down to the toe bar, second foot out of the strap, and come in. You can go ahead and put your straps on your shoulder pads again. Let's take a deep breath. And it's time to sit up. Okay, now that we're up, we are going to go ahead and do pushback. For pushback, we're going to sit at the edge of our platform and we're going to be letting our feet drag in front of us. Our thumbs are going to be with our other fingers. We're going to be pushing through just above the heels of our hands. So right here, we're going to push through the toe bar. And what we're going to do is we're going to curl our lower spine, keep curling down until our upper back is curled while we push back. We're going to hold it and take a breath down there, and then we're going to slowly come up, pull up, and lean back, holding onto our toe bar as far as comfortable. And the whole time we're going to be trying to keep our shoulders down and relaxed. So here goes our first one. We're going to have our feet just dragging along, and if you are on the floor, your feet are still going to be dragging along. You're going to get a little better of a stretch because your legs are going to be closer to your chest. We're going to do this for 5. Here's 1. Curling through my lower back, curling down through my upper back, and pushing away at the same time. Curling my head down towards my belly button, and taking a breath in here. Slowly bringing my head up, my chest up, and my back. Arching the lower back slightly while I pull on the toe bar and look up, sticking out my chest. Here's 2, curling my lower back, curling through my mid back, upper back, head down, take a breath. Coming in, bring my head up, upper back, extending through my lower back, head up, chest up, shoulders are still down. That's 2, here's 3, curling through my lower, pushing back, curling all the way down. Take a breath, come back up, slowly bring my head up, shoulders back and down, lower back extended, chest up. So we're ready to turn around for arm work, but before we turn all the way around, let's go ahead and stop on the side and do some side arm work. So to get to the side, I'm going to just lift up my toe bar, drag my leg across, and turn myself around. You can also flick your leg over the toe bar if you're flexible, whatever works for you. And let's go ahead and scoot down to the middle of our platform, and then we're going to go ahead and grab the single strap from our shoulder pad. Both of our arms are going to go to that strap, and we're going to kind of be like we're hugging a ball here. Our legs are going to be dragging, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull the handle from one side of the body just barely to the other, but we're going to be using our torso. We're not going to be pulling our arms. Our arms are going to stay in the same position. They're not going to move at all. Our torso is going to turn us. My arm's not pulling. My torso is turning me. We're going to do 5 of these. So this is what it looks like. I have my arms steady. I'm going to use my abdominals to slightly twist to the other side of my body. It's hard. If you can only go halfway, that's okay. Go as far as you can. Let's try this for 5. So we start here, pulling through our obliques and control back. Let's do that again. Again, my arm is not pulling. It's the side of my body. And slowly come back. That's 2. 3 more. Here's 4. We're barely twisting the torso. And here's 5. And relax. We're going to set that handle down. Then I'm going to do the modified mermaid. And to do that, we're going to put our hand on the middle of the toe bar. If it's more comfortable, you can go ahead and put your hand down on this standing platform, whatever works best for you. And what we are going to be doing is pushing away. If you do not want to push away, you can just hold the stretch and not push away at all. For this exercise, we're going to keep our hips down on the platform so we make sure we get the best stretch. I have my thumb with my fingers. I'm pushing through the middle of my hand here. Arm up. Let's lean and push away at the same time. Take a breath. Come on up. Grab onto the shoulder pad. This arm comes up. Lean over. You're not really pulling on the shoulder pad. It's more for support. Let's go for 2. Arm up, push away at the same time we lean over. Come on up, grab the shoulder pad, other arm up, lean over. 2. Only lean as far as comfortable. Great job. So now we're gonna face the back. To do that, we're gonna go ahead and grab our handles off of our shoulder pads. And if you are thin, you might be able to fit your legs through this headrest here. If you're not that thin, you can go ahead and pop out the shoulder pads like I do, and I just set them back here on my standing platform. Then I'm gonna go ahead and lift my leg up, start to turn around until I get both feet up. You might be straddling for this series. That's okay too. We're gonna start with a bicep curl. So if you're straddling, you have an option to sit up straight and bring your arms up, go from here, or you have an option to slightly roll back like we're gonna be doing with our legs up. I'm gonna go ahead and have my legs up here where the shoulder pads were, and you again can just leave them like this. I'm gonna go ahead and bend my knees, and then I'm gonna curl back. Curling back is gonna engage your abdominals, but if you're not ready for it, it's okay. You will still get a great bicep exercise. We're gonna go ahead and hold up our elbows a little, and we're gonna just pull in for 10. That's what it looks like. We're gonna extend all the way. Let's do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, make sure you're breathing. 4, you can sit up straight if you need to. 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe through it. 9, 10. Okay, go ahead and relax. The next thing we're gonna do is a row combination. For this exercise, we're gonna have our straps crossed, and the first one is gonna be a wide and high row. And what that means is we're gonna start with our hands in together. We're gonna bend at the elbow and bring our elbow in line with our shoulder. We're not gonna go back behind. We're gonna just come in line with our shoulder, come back down and in. We're gonna do 5 of these together. Our palms are facing down the entire exercise. Before we begin, we need to make sure that we're sitting up straight. Our shoulders should be over our hips. Our neck is not turned down or turned up. It's looking straight ahead. Our shoulders are not up. They're down away from our ears. And here we go. Our hands are together, palms down. We're going to bend our elbows, pull back just until they're in line with our shoulders, and come back in. Let's do 5 of those. 1. Breathe through it. 2. Make sure you're sitting up straight. 3. 4. We're just straightening our arms to come back together. And 5. Okay, for our second row, we're starting in the same position, which is our hands facing down and together. As we begin to pull this time, we're going to bring our palms towards each other and pull back behind us. Our elbows are going to lead the movement for this row. Again, we're stacked up well. Our shoulders are down. Our neck is neutral, straight ahead. Our hands are together. We're going to start to turn our palms towards each other, pull through our elbows back. So let's do 5 of those. Start to pull. Turn your palms towards each other, elbows lead behind you. That's 1. Begin to turn your palms towards each other as you pull. 2. Sitting up straight. Palms are down. We're going to begin to pull and turn our palms towards each other. 3. Release, palms down. Turn the palms. 4. Sitting up straight, our shoulders are down. And 5. For our last exercise on this side, we are going to do chest expansion. For chest expansion, it's extremely important to make sure that our shoulders stay away from our ears. We need our head to be neutral, not down, not up. And when we turn our neck, we're gently turning our neck. We're not yanking it. It's nice and slow, very relaxed. And we're going to come back to the middle before we turn the other way. If you cannot hold the position back while you're turning, you can come back in and then slowly turn your head, again with your shoulders down, sitting up straight. We're going to have our palms starting down. We're going to pull them behind us as if we're trying to touch the wall behind us. Sit up straight, nice and aligned. Pull with your triceps. Hold if you can. Turn gently to the right. Come back to center. Gently to the left. Come back to center. And come in. That's 1. Let's do that again. Pulling with straight arms. Hold if you can. gently to the right, center, gently to the left. Make sure your shoulders don't sneak up on you. Here's 3. Breathe through it, gently to the right, back in, gently to the left, back front, release. Make sure your neck is front before you release. Here's 4, breathe, gently to the right, back to the center, gently to the left, and in. Let's go again. 5, hold, gently to the right, shoulders are down, center, gently to the left, center, back in. Halfway there, guys. Pull back and hold if you can. Gently to the right, shoulders down, center, gently to the left. Make sure you're breathing. Here's 7. Right, very gently, center, left, center. Make sure your shoulders are down. I know we're getting tired. We only have 3 more. Here's 8. Hold it back if you can. Gently to the right. Keep your shoulder down. Center, to the left, center, back in. Last 2. Pull behind and hold. Make sure you're sitting up straight, but your shoulders are down. Gently to the right. Back in. Gently to the left. Back in. Last 1. Let's take a deep breath. Pull. Hold it. Shoulders down. Gently to the right. Back in. Gently to the left. Back to center. And release. Okay, that is great for our upper back and our triceps. I'm gonna grab my shoulder pads, pop them back in. I'm gonna go ahead and put my handles back on my shoulder pads. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cross my leg over. I'm gonna sit in the middle of my machine facing this way to do the other side. So go ahead and cross your leg over. Take your time, go ahead and get in the middle of your machine. We are gonna start with that twist. Remember, elbows are both bent, our hands are gonna be holding the strap, and we're again twisting from the side. Our arms are not pulling or moving. Let's go ahead and grab that strap. We're going to try to keep our arms in line with our shoulders. Both hands are on the strap. We're starting just to the side of our body here, and we're just pulling to this other side if we can. And if it's too hard to go that far, just go a couple inches. We're sitting up straight, our shoulders are down and back, and let's do 5. 1. Let's breathe while we pull. 2. Slightly turn, not much. 3. Control back in. 4. 5. You go ahead and set your strap down. And now we're going to do mermaid on this side. For mermaid on the side, again, we're using the middle of our hand on the toe bar. We're going to lift up our arm and push away at the same time we're stretching over. Take a breath. Come back up. Grab your shoulder pad. Other arm comes up, and you lean to the other side. Take a breath. Hand back down to the toe bar. The arm comes up. Lean while you push away. Take a breath down here. 2. Only lean as far as it's comfortable to you. Hold on to the shoulder pad. Other arm comes up. Lean over. 2. Back up. Hand on the toe bar. Other arm comes up. Here's 3. Push away while you lean. Take a breath. Back up. Hold on to the shoulder pad and lean over. Go ahead and come back up. To turn back to your toe bar, once again you can lift out your toe bar, swing your leg up and around while you scoot around. Go ahead and straddle your machine, and we're going to scoot back and do a couple things with our arms, sitting back by our shoulder pads. We're still on the 2 black cords that we've been on this whole workout, or the 2 yellow springs. What we're going to start with right now is arm circles, and how we're going to do that is we're going to have our straps on. We're going to go up, out, and down, 5 that way. Then we're going to start down, go out, up, and down, and do 5 that way. So that's the first exercise. I have my legs in front of me. You can straddle the machine. You can sit Indian style if you're very flexible. So we're going to pull our arms in front of us, and then we're going to go up, out, and down. Let's do 5 of those. 1, 2. We're making these circles small. 3, 4, breathe through it. 5. Now we're starting down, so we're gonna go out, up and down. Out, up and down, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna try 2 new arm workouts in this position. And the first one's gonna be called offering. For offering, you're gonna start with your elbows down to your side, and we're gonna straighten our arm like we're offering you something. We're gonna bend our elbow, bring it back down by our side, come back out, bend and bring it back down to our side. We're gonna try to do 10 of these. For some people, this might be a little more intense. You can stop at 5. So we're gonna sit up straight. Our shoulders are gonna be back and down. Our neck's gonna be in line. Our elbows are gonna be next to our side. And here we're gonna push our straps out and offer. That's 1. Bend your elbows and bring them back down to your side. 2, bend your elbows. 3, make sure you're breathing. 4, 5, bend your elbows. Back down to your side. 6, bend your elbows. 7, breathe through it. 8, bend your elbows. 9, make sure your shoulders are down. And 10. Okay, take some deep breaths. The next thing we're gonna do is kind of the opposite of the row that we did. We're gonna start with our arms back. And it's like this 90-degree angle with our arm, only level with our shoulder. We're gonna have the straps on our hands and we're just gonna push out and slowly bring them back. You're gonna have to go ahead and get yourself in front a little. Bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Sit up straight, make sure your shoulders are down, and we're just gonna push out, bend our elbows, and bring them back in line with our shoulders. We're gonna do 10 of these. Sitting up straight with our shoulders down, we're gonna push forward again. 2, bending our elbows nice and wide, sitting up straight with our shoulders down. 3, make sure you're breathing through it. Bend your elbows. 4, push forward, bend your elbows. 5, push forward, bend your elbows. 6, push forward, bend your elbows. Breathe, push forward, bend your elbows. 8, forward, bend your elbows. 9, forward, bend your elbows. 10. Okay, go ahead and put your straps back on your shoulder pads behind you. And we're gonna take a little stretch for our shoulders. Straighten your arm in front of you, palm facing down, roll your shoulder down. Go ahead and grab below your elbow and kind of gently pull that arm in towards your chest. Your shoulders roll down, only as far as it's comfortable. You're just getting a slight stretch. Take a breath. If you need a little more of a stretch, you can go higher on your elbow, not on the joint. Make sure your shoulders roll down and pull it in towards your chest. Your palm is facing down, your arm is relaxed. Breathe through that. Okay, go ahead and let that go. Other hand straight out, palm facing down. We're gonna start by going lower than the elbow, rolling our shoulder down, pulling across our chest. Hold for a couple seconds, take a breath. And if you need a little more stretch, go above your elbow joint, not on the joint. Roll your shoulder down and go ahead and grab and pull into your chest. Make sure your hands relaxed. We are ready for cool down. So I would recommend at least 1 black, 1 red cord for the cool down because it really stretches your calves at running. You can also do 3 black cords if you don't have a red cord. We're gonna go ahead and gently lie down on our backs. Our feet are gonna be up or resting on the toe bar. For running, we're gonna push out with high heels on our toes. We're gonna bend one knee while we push the other heel under our toe bar. We're gonna come back to tippy toes. Bend the other knee, the other heel goes under the toe bar. We're gonna come back to tippy toes. Let's do 10 on each side. So first knee bends, other heel goes under, 1. And second knee bends, other heel goes under, 1. Let's go 2, 2, back to tippy toes in the middle. 3, breathe through it. 3, 4, tippy toes. 4, tippy toes. 5, 5, 6, 6. You can stay down here and hold it if you need to. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. Last one. 10 and 10. Come on in. We're ready to go ahead and get up. There's another variation of a very beginner workout. Please let me know if you guys have any questions or comments about this workout. But for today, thank you so much for joining me for this very beginner workout. And thank you for your patience. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and being a part of this channel. I will see you next time on Everything AeroPilates. Bye guys.